And just like that, we're on to box 2. Box 1 was freaking awesome, dude. Ancient Copper Dragon, hit the Buster Sword, got lightning. My Kuja deck is essentially done. First box was awesome. Let's see what we can crack out of box 2. Still so many goodies. From what I'm seeing, though, these boxes look like they have approximately 4 mythics a box. Buddy of mine's opened up one already. He's reporting the same. That box had exactly 4 mythics in it. That's not great. I'm a little upset about that, but what are you gonna do? I mean, we're here to have fun, man. It is what it is. All right, pack 1 of box 2. Alright, we're going to run through these commons. If you haven't seen any of these, I'm sorry. Go check out the first video. You'll see them on there. We are running through commons and uncommons in this one. Hey, Stroke of Midnight right off the bat. That needs to end up in my 7 deck, I'm pretty sure. That's nice. Alright, we have not seen this one. Shambling Seath. Enters tapped. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, play black. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Shiva. Yeah. Set these up a little bit better here so we can see them. There we go. I've already seen these. Leviathan, we've got about 3 of now. 1 in the foil. Vector Imperial City we've not seen yet. This is from Final Fantasy VI for Rakdos and the Taplands. And a Stillskin art card. Oop. Goodness. Let's put these a little bit different. So I want to be able to see through the Aegis cards. Whatever. That's fine. Gonna be seeing my lovely hands for most of this video anyway. Alright, combat tutorial. Iron Giant, Adventurers Inn, the Prima Vista. Queen Braun, nice. Cloud of Darkness, Garland, we've already seen. Hey, first mythic of the box, Ancient Adamantoise. This shit's gonna be so dumb with Vigor on the field. For 8 mana, you get an 8/20. Vigilance Ward 3. Damage isn't removed from this creature. All damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control is dealt to this creature instead. And when it dies, exile it, create 10 treasure tokens. This thing's never dying because when it's cast, it's going to be cast with like Defense of the Heart with Vigor at the same time. And I'm just never going to take damage again for the rest of the fucking game. You thought you were doing damage to me this turn? You better have an alternate win con because otherwise I'm just going to sit here and soak it up on my turtle. Alright. I always see these two together. Speaking of Kuja, there's his reprint as Inala Archmage Ritualist, one of the Eminence commanders. I was looking at building this and I just don't see how it works. The other one's honestly a lot better. Still really cool to get this though because I've been looking at it. Summon Fenrir. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 on it. Draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. Neat. That's a cool little card, honestly. Overkill. Freya. I was excited to see this. So Freya's doesn't look great until you start reading it. She's a 1 mana and she's essentially a mana dork for equipment. But she also has flying, which means you can equip her and she has flying on your turn to attack with. That's really good, honestly. Torgal in the wood. I need to get the one they had at Anime Fest. That was Akamaru. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell each turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on for each dog or wolf you control. And then add 1 mana of any color. He's a good boy. We like to see Torgal. Kane, nice. Kane has flying, just like Freya on your turn. Deals combat damage to a player. They gain control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tapped treasure tokens. I think you play this as a commander with Homeward Path, and just constantly get him back. Or play it in a Rakdos deck with a lot of... what's that word I'm looking for? Where they can't attack you, but someone else has them. Provoke. Thief's Knife we have not seen. So job select, equipped creature gets 1/1, has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. It is a rogue. Good card. Another Sid. We hit a Sid in the last one. It wasn't this one. This is the 15 Sid. A Realm Reborn. Other permanents you control have add 1 mana of any color. This shit's broken. I don't need to really explain why this shit's broken, do I? This card's so good. Gladiolus, we have not seen yet. 4 and Gruul. Enter, search your library for a land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. Whenever a land you control enters, another target creature you control gets 2/2 and trample until end of turn. Neat. Yeah, I like that. It's a pretty good card. Windhurst, Wizards.
Open up. Open up. Thank you.
Alright. Roll map. Have we hit one of these on like each of them? How many packs in are we? I've hit quite a few of these. I'm not complaining, just like, damn. Nature's Claim. Search for the Frozen Esper. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Controller gains 4 life. Alright, we're back at the Gold Saucer where evil was reawakened. They had a Moogle deliver them really bad news, and Squall showed up to beat their ass. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. Squall deals combat damage to a player. Return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. Foil, you are not alone. And Baron. And look, the Y'shtola card that's like $150 that I would love to get my hands on, but furries are gatekeeping that shit. God, I want that artwork. That artwork and the artwork for Yuna, I would love to be able to have. Battle menu we've not seen yet. That's cool. Create a 2/2 white knight. Target creature gets +0/+4 until end of turn. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, or gain 4 life. Love module spells like that. Gladdy Daddy we just saw. Side quests. Excalibur 2. I was hoping to get this. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on Excalibur 2. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Excalibur 2. That's going straight into the Hope deck. Oh, so this is an adventure. It flips into a fucking vehicle that lets you draw cards. Like, Simic need another way to draw cards. Now their lands are letting them draw. Bruh. We've seen this. Oh, that's a waste from Final Fantasy 16. That's really cool. I didn't realize wastes were in here as a basic land. That's really neat. Alright. My desk is just covered in Final Fantasy booster packs. Sagan we've not seen. Okay. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It can't be blocked this turn. Neat. Alright. Torgal, not in the wood block. Ambrosia, not in the wood block. Funny enough, we have both of those in the wood block. That's really cool. We just need to build a, what? Naya Clive deck, if that's even possible. Demon Wall. Astrologian's Planisphere. This has got to be a fort, yep. Equipped creature is a wizard. In addition to its other types, has whenever you cast a non-creature spell and whenever you draw your third card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Interesting. Haven't seen that. It's a rare. We got the full art Cecil. Oh, that's so cool. So we got Kane and Cecil in the same box. Oh, that's so neat. I wanted this card. I might have to build this deck. Alright, Crystal Fragments we've already seen. Need to get in foil. This flips into Alexander. Oh boy. We haven't seen this one. This is from 14. So the Azorius Tapland. And a signed Yuna. I don't know how good the art cards are going to be for this set, but that's definitely a pretty one. Getting the artist signed for Yuna is really neat. Alright, Scorpion Sentinel, Alboro, Shogun, Locke, Eden, Barrett. Oh, we just got the card that I wanted. Next Mythic, Nibelheim of Flame in the wood art. Choose target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power to each other creature, and if this spell was cast from a graveyard, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. Straight into the Cloud deck. Cloud with 14 power, they're not dealing damage back, so it's essentially first strike. Because he's dealing damage equal to its power to each other creature, not the other way around. God damn, this card's so good. This box has been really nice so far. Saboteur, Foil Mountain, Final Fantasy VI. Treasure. I don't think we've hit a frog token yet, have we? Nope. Keep getting birds and heroes. Oh no, come back. Come back, you damn chocobos. Alright. Onto the pile. Ice Magic. Castle Guards. Thunder. Monks. Imperial City of Arcades, also known as the Wall of Omens. That artwork is gorgeous. Defender. When it enters, draw a card. Really fucking good white staple card for drawing. Shambling Seath. Chocobo Racetrack, we've not seen yet. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a bird. Holy shit, that's good. Quintus. Starting Town. Yes, we wanted this. Enters tapped unless it's your first, second, or third turn of the game. Add 1, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. That's so good. Really happy to see that. Oh my goodness. Dark Knight's Greatsword in the foil. Mount Gullig from Final Fantasy I as a mountain. And the Emperor of Polymecia. Getting a lot of art cards out of this one. Okay. Yo, we hit the Kenrith. Okay. I have a buddy of mine that wants this. I might see if he wants it. Really happy to see that. I don't own a Kenrith yet. I don't plan on building one, but he loves Noctis. So I might see if he wants this one. That's a fucking cool card to hit. Anima, Omega, Tifa's Limit Break, Zodiark. Umbral Guard. God, I should say. Enters, each player sacrifices half the non-god creatures they control of their choice, rounded down. Whenever a player sacrifices another creature, put a 1/1 counter on Zodiark. God, this needs to go into Sephiroth. This would be bustedly good in Sephiroth. Oh my goodness. Especially if you find a way to like blink him somehow or cast him in the middle of all these triggers. Just saying, that's... Well, there's the next card I needed for Hope. Equipped creature has base power, toughness XX, where that's your life total. Wanted this for hope as well as the sword, Excalibur 2, bird, hero. All right, we're already done with the first stack. We're on to the second one. All right, combat tutorial, infantry, pots, ramen, Ignis, Sandworm, Garuda, X-Death, Sin, Spira's Punishment. I did not realize this was a standard card. Whenever Sin enters or attacks, exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random, then create a tap token that's a copy of that card. If the exile card is a land, repeat the process. Yeah, that should probably be in Tevel. Sleep Magic, forever mad at that card. Plains and food. Alright, we are already at 3 mythics for this box, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like the last box was just a dud, even though the mythics were amazing in it. Who knows? Let's see what we get here. And Gishel Greens, Ramen, Pots, Kra, Tia, Tonberry, Zidane, Gross. The Regalia. Whenever the Regalia attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. I like that. Foil Greens, Guadasalam. I want to know what this is. Ravenaster. Okay. This is the card that they're showing as the splash screen for Magic Arena right now, and I was wondering why they picked that over like literally anything else. Alright, Dreams of Laguna, Paladin's Arms, Cornered by Black Mages, Sir Conrad the Grim as Golbez, Clad in Darkness. We're getting a lot of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. We're halfway through, approximately 10. Maybe not. Maybe we're going through this box so fast, I'm thinking it is. Very cool, though. Love that artwork of Golbez. Demon Wall, Garland, the Fire Crystal. So we've so far got green and white. Here's red. This needs to go in the Kuja deck. Creatures you control have haste. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Black Waltz number 3 goes straight into Kuja as well. I don't know if we pulled him last box, but we definitely needed it. Yeah, we did pull him last box. Alright, Magic Damper. I'm not being attacked by Kitten this time. He's eating in his little bathtub right now. We have not seen White Mage's Staff yet. Equipped creature gets 1/1 and has whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life and is a cleric in addition to his other type. So that probably needs to go into Hope. Diamond Weapon's new. 1 less to cast for each permanent in your graveyard. God, the graveyard decks are getting some good shit. Prevent all damage. That would be dealt to Diamond Weapon. What? So you can't bolt this thing or anything like that. It's specifically got to be killed by like a murder or a path to exile or something like that. Ether is a new one. Exile this artifact. Add blue. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, and it restores 20 MP. Final Days is new. Create 2 tap 2/2 black horror creature tokens. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, instead create X of those tokens, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Jesus. Alright. That is our 3rd Titan that we've pulled. Vinette, Heart of Hadolin. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Exile target non-land permanent, transform Vinette, only as a sorcery. Hydaelyn, the Mother Crystal? Yeah, this is from 14. Indestructible 4/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on another creature you control. Until your next turn, it gains indestructible. If that creature is legendary, draw a card. That's a really fucking good card. That could find a spot in several different decks that I'm playing now just because of how Final Fantasy uses its legendary creatures. Like, everything's a fucking legendary. Giving someone +1/1 indestructible till end of turn is really nice. Pretty sure we've hit all of the commons at this point. Cactuar, Garnet. Summon Guardian Force Ifrit. So these wood blocks are just slap in the middle of everything and they can be a common. This is really cool though. Sean, I got your Choco, man. Hell, I've got everything to build it at this point. Shit, maybe I'll build Chocobos. Whenever, wait 1 second. Whenever one or more birds you control attack, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may put one of them into your hand, put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield tapped, and the rest into your graveyard. And on landfall, Choco gets +1/0 till end of turn. Really fucking good card. A lot of people building around that, and I don't blame them. This is a new land. Trino, Dark City from Final Fantasy IX. Enters tap for Dimir. And a Moogle. Alright, halfway through second stack. Open up, you bitch. Alright. Okay, we got a Finn the Famebearer as Vayne. I hate this card. Everything gets with Death Touch, gives 2 poison counters. Gross. Shiva. Chocobo. Garuda. Edgar. Draw a card for each artifact you control. This is the one. First time you flip one or more coins each turn, those coins come up heads and you win those flips. Cheeky bitch. Always cheating. Foil White Mage's Staff. There's Darkstar for Rufus Shinra. Haven't seen that token yet. And Angelo. You get Angelo and you get the Doggo Boys on the same card. That's cool. Haven't seen either of those yet, so that was nice. We did get our One-Winged Angel token, but we haven't hit Sephiroth yet. I swear if my fiance hits him in the first box that's still in the car, I just cracked open a single, card pool to see what we get. It was a Masamune. I was like, well, that's got to be a Sephiroth box. Let's give this to Bree. Haven't seen Choco common yet. Deals X damage to any target. Create a 2/2 green bird. Okay, so it deals X damage, and then you get a bird. It's in red, though. Choco's in Bant. That's kind of unfortunate. Steiner. Cargo ship. Fang. Okay. So we got the second half of Ragnarok now. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card, lose 1 life. Why did they not? They could have given them partner. That would have been great. So here's the second half. So Ragnarok gets Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, and Haste. Good lord, what a fucking combo. When it dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay. So you can get either Fang or Vanille back if you want to try and meld it again. That's nice. Xanarkin, Ancient Metropolis. Create a hero creature token, and then enters tapped for green mana. Foil Prima Vista, Forest Food. Still on 3 mythics right now, so maybe it is 4 mythics a box. We haven't hit a mythic in any of these yet, so let's see what we get. Again, these two are always together. Battle of the Big Bridge as Fatal Push. So Bart's pushing Gilgamesh off the big bridge. Destroy target creature if it has mana value 2 or less. Destroy that creature if it has mana value 4 or less instead if the permanent you control left the battlefield this turn. Neat. Relentless, Samurai's Katanas, Cure, Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. I wanted for Cloud, I'm pretty sure. Whenever it enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put one or more equipments on the battlefield this way, attach one of them to a samurai you control, which would be Gilgamesh. Neat, very cool little card. Foil Hectize, Windhurst, and Squall. Or for the Kingdom Hearts players, it could be Leon. Alright. Circle of Power, Ignis, Torgal, Ambrosia. Xenos, we've already hit. Flips over into Shinryu, but now we have the regular artwork for him. Alright, that was a quick pack. Now we're starting to hit duplicates on the rares. Well, where's Sephiroth? Yo, I think we've got Yuna here in the back. I'm going to be so fucking excited if that's the artwork I want for her. Tidus, Phantom Train, Ring of the Lucy from 15. So it's basically a 4-mana soul ring, but it also has pay 1 life to tap a non-land permanent. Card collection. It's a mythic. Oh my god, it's Yuna. Oh my god, it's Yuna. We got the artwork. I've wanted this so bad. During your turn, Yuna and enchantment creatures you control have Trample, Lifelink, and Ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, return up to 1 target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. God, I wanted that card. Sorry, I did not mean to put you in there with those sticky rare cards. Fuck's wrong with me? Horror and a hero. Alright, last stack, very top. We're at 4 mythics right now. Let's see if we can break that stigma. Haste Magic. Okay, we got a Baron Rivalry, which is funny because we hit Kane and Cecil in this box, so we got a Deadly Dispute. I don't think I need to explain what Deadly Dispute does. Prima Vista, Evil Reawaken, Renoa. The Emperor of Palamecia, okay. Tap. God, he's just is it. Spend this mana only to cast non-creature spell. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on the Emperor. Then if it has 3 or more, transform it into the Lord, Master of Hell. Whenever the Lord, Master of Hell attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard. Wow, that's crazy work, and that's a really fucking good build around, honestly. Alright, next rare is the Lunar Whale. I keep seeing people say this is a CDH card, but I don't understand. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. As long as Lunar Whale attack this turn, you may play the top card of your... Oh, I think I see. It's a Divining Top. It's a Divining Top combo. Alright, I see. Moogle, Plains, Treasure Hero. It's gotta be a Divining Top combo. Alright, Shopkeep. There's Shinra again. He knows we found his dog. Travel the Overworld, Inspiration, The Final Days, and Ultima, Origin of Oblivion. All the Eldrazi players fucking collectively salivated when this thing got revealed. Whenever attacks put a blight counter on target land, for as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap for colorless. Whenever you tap a land for colorless, add an additional colorless. That's going to be so fucking good in any of the Eldrazi decks. There's Kefka. We need a Kefka, actually, now I'm thinking about it. He's probably in one of the other 2 boxes. Still hoping to get that mono white cloud at this point. There's our boy Zach. Alright. Enters with a 1/1 counter on it. You can sacrifice Zach. Target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. You can put Zac Fair's counters on that creature and attach an equipment that was attached to Zac to that creature. Cloud. Got an elixir. That's a new one. Enters tapped. Exile this artifact. Shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard into your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards shuffled into your library this way. From Father to Son. Search your library for a vehicle. Reveal it. Put it into your hand. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, put that card into the battlefield instead. Oh, okay. That's neat. So all the people who invested into... Yo! Okay, we're at 5. Traveling Chocobo. Everyone who invested into Aether Drift. There you go. Alright, we got our Traveling Chocobo. Yeah, I could probably build a damn Chocobo deck at this point. So this is just Ancient Green Warden, except for it has shit for bird spells, doubles your landfall triggers, and you get Oracle of Moldiah effects. This shit's dumb. Like, this card's silly. Okay, that's 5 mythics. That makes me happy. That's what we like to see. Alright, we are about halfway. A little bit less than halfway through the last stack. Not alone, Instant Ramen, Queen Brawn, okay. Gold Saucer. Cloud of Darkness. Catch a Fish! This is the first side quest we saw. At the beginning of the upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or a creature, reveal that card, put it into your hand. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food and transform this into a cooking campsite. Turns into a land that taps for white. Sacrifice an artifact. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. So you can put this in a food deck, and if you're good on life, you start getting 1/1 counters with it. That's pretty good. Alright, we got Summoner's Grimoire. Equipped creature is a shaman in addition to its other types, and as whenever this creature attacks, put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. If that card is an enchantment card, it enters tapped and attacking. Oh boy. Alright. That's really good. Town Greeter, Charlene, Robot. Alright, this is going to mark us halfway through the last stack. We're at 5 mythics. That makes me happy as hell. Haven't seen Cloud yet, but that's okay. I'm sure he's in one of the other 2 boxes. Alright. I hope he's in one of the other 2 boxes. I ordered a case and just wasn't able to pay for the last 2 boxes without not being able to get my commander decks. There's Kefka. 6 mythics now. Enters their attacks. Each player discards a card. You may draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. Transform Kefka into Ruler of Ruin. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. I'm so excited for this card. I have a Sauron deck that's built as a wheel deck. I'm thinking about putting Sauron in the 99 and making Kefka into the commander for that deck, so that's nice. Horror Heroes. Alright. 5 packs left, including this one. Let's see what we got. Bomb. Fight on Gishel Greens. Stolen Uniform. Rydia's Return. Eden. Side Quest. The Darkness Crystal. Nice. So I think the only one we're missing now is the blue one that I need for Hope. Black spells cost 1 less to cast. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead, and you gain 2 life. 4 and 2 black. Put target creature card exile with this card onto the battlefield tapped under your control with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. Really nasty little card. That's going to be nice in some Dimir control. Ooh, Woodcut Leviathan art. Nice. Alright, 4 packs. Random Encounter is new. Shuffle your library. Mill 4 cards. Put each creature milled this way onto the battlefield. Whoo, God. They gain haste, and at the beginning of the next end step, return those creatures to their owner's hand. Okay. You can flash that back. That's gross. Magitech armor is new, too. When this vehicle enters, create a 1/1 hero. Crew for 1. Okay. Great Sword. Genova again. And Summoner's Grimoire. Okay. Tifa's Limit Break. Mountain. Alright. Double rare pack. We have both the rares. That's fine. Alright. Guardian Force Ifrit. Locke. Barrett. Anima. This is Final Fantasy 16 Sid. You got Ishgard, the Holy Seed. Return up to 2 target artifact or enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty good. Enters tapped for white mana. Retrieve the Esper, Guado Salam, and a signed Edgar. 2 left. Kind of run out of juice on this second box, but that's okay. So, okay, we got something neat here. Blessings of the Oracle. Oh my god, we hit fucking Akroma's Will. Wow, that was a good hit. Choose one. I don't need to explain this card. This is a reprint. God, Akroma's Will so fucking good. Alright. Realm Sketchings, Reno and Rouge, Self-Destruct, Summon Shiva. The woodcut art, nice. Moogle's Valor. For each creature you control, create a Moogle. Then creatures you control gain indestructible within a turn. That's going to be gross in my Ishin deck. I play Ishin tokens with Mobilize. And if you can play this instant speed after attack, like declaring attackers. Yeah, that's going to be gross. Alright. Oh, foil would block Shiva. Cool. Foil Barrett. Alright, I think that's going to do it for Mythics on this box, more than likely. Let's see if we got one more in us. This box has still been really damn good. Crossroads Village. Valkyrie Aerial Unit from 7. Hated fighting these things. Affinity for artifacts. When this creature enters, surveil 2. Queena. Lionheart. Ooh, Ultimecia. Whenever she enters or attacks, surveil 2, and at the beginning of your end step, you may pay 4, 2 blue, 2 black. Exile 8 cards from your graveyard and transform Ultimecia. Alright, Menace 7/7. When this creature transforms, take an extra turn after this one. Alright. Hey, we hit Tella! Okay. This has definitely been like the Final Fantasy IV box for me. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 hero. If 4 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, draw 2 cards. And if 8 or more mana was spent, sacrifice Tella, and it deals that much damage to each opponent. What does that mean? If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell. So you deal 8 damage? I guess that's him casting Meteor and killing himself. Interesting. Foil Damper, Gone, Wizard. Alright, that's it for the second box. Like I said, I'm doing the last 2 on my own. Damn, this was a good box, though. Yeah, that's going to do it for Final Fantasy for right now, you guys. Until I get my last 2 boxes in, that's it. I will be doing a bundle and a gift bundle once I get those in. But for right now, this is it. Damn, this has been fun to open, though. Keep an eye out. Like I said, we're doing a bundle and a gift bundle on the channel. Maybe a pre-release kit if I'm able to get my hands on one this week. If not, it is what it is. Oh shit. Okay, so Chroma's Will is a mythic. So we hit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We hit 7 mythics in this box. So the last box was just really underwhelming for some reason. We hit the Buster Sword and we hit Lightning. I guess it was just like good enough. Because we definitely hit more than enough on this box. All right, that's it for now. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.